Hey there, Cancer. It's Jen here from TarotSpirit.net. I am doing your March 2020 tarot reading. Wow, March. I always like to look at what's going on with the moons. So on March 9th is a full moon in the sign of Virgo, and the new moon is on the 24th in Aries. So my intention with this spread is for the top row to be sort of what's on your mind, the middle row to be more mundane, day-to-day things, and then at the bottom is more your subconscious or the root of the problem, the foundation of the problem. But if I get messages that stray from that structure, I will go with it. What's the last one? I'm using the Anna K Tarot. I'm in my kitchen. I hope my dishwasher isn't too loud in the background. Oh, nice. The bottom is this gorgeous Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles makes me think of richness. And yes, it can be a card about inheritance, family legacy, assets, things like that. But the richness is more the richness and quality of the relationships and the connections. Like this is a family or a group of people that can be real with each other, that are just have a true connection. It's not a superficial, okay, you have to just tolerate this person and smile and get through the day, and then you're kind of disconnected when it's not a holiday or a family function or something. These are connections that are very meaningful and span generations, and even when people are gone, they're still talked about and influential in your life. So when at the bottom of the deck, this could be family on your mind, but it could also be you thinking about, okay, what kind of legacy do I want to leave? And which legacies do I want to carry over? Which legacies I don't? Even if you have a wonderful family, you may not want to carry over some legacies. So thinking about your future, really, really big picture stuff. All right, let's see what's on this top row, Cancer. 8 of Swords. That's my denial card. Well, not mine. I think it's everyone. Ooh, 3 of Swords. Jesus. Sorry, excuse my language, but what the fuck? And the Ace of Pentacles. Planting a new seed. All right. There is someone, and maybe it's a family member, that you need to, I don't want to say cut ties with, like I'm never speaking to this person again, but there needs to be boundaries. I guess that's the best way to put in place. Like this person does not respect boundaries, is toxic, is just when you interact with them, there's drama, or there's just always something creeping up, and maybe you've been making excuses or thinking, oh, I just have to deal with it, or have resigned yourself. Whenever you've kind of resigned yourself to something, I don't think we really have. It's always going to be back there till we totally deal with it. This could also be the breakup of a relationship. Maybe you finally you can't unknow something, like, okay, this person isn't into me, or they cheated on me, or they just did me wrong. They weren't factoring in my best interest as well as their own best interest. And is this the type of person you want to be with for the long haul? It's interesting if people can't deal with sort of the everyday mundane things in a healthy way. Well, what happens when you're older and you're dealing with children and parents, older parents, and financial, serious illness? real things, if they can't handle the simple things, they're going to be shit at hard things, right? So it's time to plant the seed, the foundation, and become really grounded. And it's almost like this this is your fantasy and ideals, and it's time to look at people for not their potential or the fairy tale or the dream, but let's really look at some concrete. What are their actions? What do they do? Because people say a lot of shit, right? But what do they really do? How do they really act? How do they really conduct themselves? That's where you really see what someone's like. Let me tell you, if they have a dysfunctional family and don't deal with it well, you are going to become you will be blamed if it's yeah. Okay, if you're with someone and they already have a very dysfunctional family, oh, they can't wait to bring someone new in to blame and target and bully and pick on and start drama around. Let me tell you, that gets old really fast. And then, do you want to bring kids into that shit? I don't think so. Nine of Swords. Oh, up worrying. I'm sorry. I guess, and if you're here, why? Do you have to deal with it? Do you really truly have to deal with it, or do you feel guilty about it, or are they making you feel guilty about it? Three of Cups. Oh, yeah, maybe your friends or your family, or maybe what matters is that you have meaningful, supportive relationships with some people. I think it's really toxic what humans, that you have to deal with toxic family members because they're family. They're your parents. They're your this. It's really toxic because it just perpetuates codependent relationships and abuse and toxicity. And so I challenge you. Does it mean you need to, cut someone off completely? No, but you may need to have super specific boundaries. Five of Pentacles. Maybe you're strapped for cash. That's kind of basically what I'm getting. And this card, the message is always the focus. If you're putting out into the universe, I'm strapped for cash, I'm strapped for cash, I'm strapped for cash. That's what it hears, strapped for cash, strapped for cash. So looking up affirmations around your finances and wealth and how to change your thoughts so that you're not attracting more of the same. I feel like you guys feel a little bit alone. Like you feel like you don't maybe really have anyone that can understand what you're going through. I would challenge that because you may just not know other people have been through similar things because it may be something they don't talk about. But you can always go to a therapist. That's what they're there for. Root of your subconscious, what's going on. This awesome King of Wands. I love me a King of Wands. Enthusiastic. He's athletic and vibrant and inspiring and likes to. He's action oriented. Talking about someone whose actions match their words. In fact, this energy, I try to be careful with gender because it's an energy. I don't want people to get hung up on gender. Their action is, they're entrepreneurial. They figure, let's go for it. They aren't careless, but they go for it. And if they quote unquote fail, they don't see it as a failure. They see it as a learning opportunity. Two of Rods. Yeah, this is just, we only have a certain amount of energy. So, do you want to put energy into people and situations that make you stay up at night worrying? Or do you want to put your time and energy into things that you're enthusiastic about that even boost your energy and motivate you and make you feel better? So that's a choice. Yeah, there's a real choice here. I feel like you may really have to put someone or something in their place. It will be time for you to speak up. Although we don't have, oh, we do have the swords cards, but not the speaking up swords cards. Looky, looky. The Two of Cups, another two. I know you're, if you're not with someone, I know it's something you really, really want. And it will come. I just be patient. Because to find this right person that you can build a life with, it's worth the wait. And the Pentacles, the suit of Pentacles waits, right? They know, I'm gonna fuck up this metaphor, certain wines and certain whiskeys and whatever, it needs to age. You need to be patient to find the best and to get the best. So be busy living your life and active, and then you will raise your vibration from this and bring in your perfect match, right? Let's pull a couple more cards for love. Whoops. Seven of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Wands, you don't, Wheel of Fortune. This is the standing up for yourself, but this is not, this is no is a complete sentence. This is not allowing someone to get you sucked into the drama and explain yourself and justify why you're not doing what they want, right? That's a really narcissistic person you're dealing with. No, fuck them. I'm sorry, but I'm very firm about this. I'm really feeling this. I don't feel like I usually read like this, but no, fuck them. And you don't tell them to fuck them, but just, it's no. And let them try really hard not to do this. Let them go have their temper tantrum because they're not getting their own way. If you look at it, you're like, this is how a freaking child acts. And I don't need to bend myself in my life so this person feels good. Sometimes these people seem so strong and tough, but it's like if things aren't exactly the way they want it, they can't handle it. It's a big problem. So you can find yourself molding yourself and yielding because you're actually the strong one. You find yourself inwardly rolling your eyes because it's like, well, we'll just wait to figure out what you want to do because you're the one who can't fucking go with the flow. Even though they project like they're the ones that are always, yeah, it's just the actions versus the words. So this is no. Well, why? Okay, I have to go. Have a good day. It's not, don't get sucked in. And boy, let me tell you, things start to really change when you embrace this. I don't need to be responsible for how other people are feeling and their reactions, that I'm not living my life the way they want it. They go live their life, I will live my life. And that's just the way it is. So even though the Wheel of Fortune is karma and things are always changing and out of your control, you can start spinning the wheel in your favor by positive affirmations and setting healthy boundaries. It's interesting. This this situation that you are dealing with, because we have this Eight of Swords, you haven't been dealing with it because probably the person's such a pain in the ass. You've kind of just accepted, resigned yourself to having to deal with it. And now you're realizing that that is not healthy and helping you. Once you sort of are not wasting your energy on those negative people that just are never going to be happy, they love the drama, they love sucking your energy. You all of a sudden have all this creative energy. And boy, when I see this creative energy of the Seven of Cups with this determination and enthusiasm of this King of Wands, boy, this is a business, an idea, that a creative thing that really takes off. And this came up for another sign. I forget which one. I'm sorry, Cancer. But, oh shit, it just went out of my head. If you have I don't know, I have a pen. If you have a new take on a established thing, don't discount it. Like, I think you could bring, it doesn't have to be a brand new idea that no one's ever thought of. Most ideas people have thought of and are working on, but it's your spin on it. It's a little bit just of a different spin, but just by turning that thing just a little bit, it changes it in some fundamental way that people are really going to gravitate towards and really like. Well, look at what's at the bottom. Another 10 of Pentacles. You could actually make a lot of money off of this. You could be the one, and I love this because I love that there's just a woman in here. You can create the family legacy. It doesn't have to be what comes down from your dad's grandfathers. Not that that's not good or anything, but you can create your own family legacy. Wow, I don't know. I was really fired up about that one, Cancer. I hope it looks like a freaking awesome month for you. Be brave, be strong, and I'll see you at the next reading. Take care.